Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Monday night live from a little outside of Los Angeles, California, man. Get this overlay off the screen here, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Really haven't seen or talked to you guys since the night the Dodgers won the championship. I've been all over the place, man. Enjoying this, celebrating this, having fun. Went to the parade on Friday. And just been taking all of this in and thoroughly enjoying it, just like everyone else has. The stretch going through those playoffs on the final couple months of the season, into the division race, into the NLDS, the NLCS, the World Series. Felt good to get a couple days and just be outside, acting a fool, celebrating, representing the Dodgers out there, man. The parade was absolutely incredible. Loved every moment of it. Everything I could have hoped or dreamed for it to be. It is my first baseball parade. Was not really outside like that in '88 to be out there and do it. 2020, we didn't get a parade. So it was absolutely incredible to get out there and be with just so many Dodger fans and just having fun, talking trash, and to people who try to pop up in Yankee or Padre jersey or whatever. Just people who just suck at life and want to come disturb other people who are enjoying their moment there. But outside of that, incredible, man. Incredible. What an incredible day. This isn't going to be a very long video. We're going to do a lot of deep diving in the off season. But because I haven't been on since Wednesday, I've just been running amok, wanted to tap in with you guys. And I'm still on cloud nine right now, man. I'm still living it up. I'm still loving this championship that the Dodgers brought home to us in the city of LA. And all I gotta tell you is, man, that parade was epic. It was special. I was right in the thick of it, man. It was wild to say the least. Absolutely incredible. I can't really explain it. Like, if you were there, you understand it. There really wasn't anything. It was during the day, obviously. A very, very heavy police presence. There was some stupidity, but not to the level that you've seen like in past, right? Obviously someone did something probably they shouldn't have been doing, and fell to their death off a building, trying to mark up a building there. Really, really sucks that happened. Outside of that, which is, a pretty big deal, that family probably didn't think that was going to happen that day. Outside of that, you had guys climbing on some like light poles, guys climbing on traffic light poles, just to get better shots, better pictures. Didn't even see like a single fight. Lot of drunk people, a lot of loud people, a lot of fun, a lot of intersections, just couldn't get nowhere to go. And it was just really, really fun and enjoyable. And like I said, man, now it starts. Now it's time to defend it. It's time for the Dodgers to go all in this offseason and not only retain the players that they feel can help them win in 2025, but then look to add players to that roster in 2025. So very excited to see. I've been making a lot of phone calls since Thursday morning, trying to get the lines of communication and conversation and text messages and phone calls and weekly beers, grab something to eat with some of the guys that I was rocking with last offseason. And for anyone who was watching me last offseason, y'all know what my batting average is, man. Y'all know what I was saying that was going to happen last season. Majority of that came to fruition. I was one of the first channels on here telling people about Yamamoto and that deal pretty much being done. I've been saying for 2-3 years now that Ohtani was coming. I was basically the first, one of, if not the first, about the Glasnow deal. I was getting killed for that one because people were calling me, a liar, a clout chaser. And 48 hours later, we had Glasnow. And there was a lot of things. There was a lot of intel I was able to get last offseason. I do not know if I'm going to have that same level of of luck because to be able to get it, but that same level of information. I'm hopeful. But to kick things off, I know on the minds of a lot of Dodger fans is Teoscar Hernandez, the Hernandez brothers in general, but Teo, it is looking more and more likely that Teoscar Hernandez is going to return to the Dodgers. I don't think that there was ever like a doubt that the two had any interest. The only reason there was an extension last year, and I was telling you guys this for a couple of months, is that the Dodgers really wanted to see how he performed in the postseason. I've been telling you guys that got confirmed by multiple reports in the last 48 hours. They wanted to see how he performed. He did his job, and I feel very comfortable that the Dodgers are probably, I don't believe they're going to lowball him. I think they love what he brings to this club, both in and out of the clubhouse, on the field and in the clubhouse. I think that they're going to get a deal done there. There's a lot of people that have been talking about Juan Soto, and I asked around about that. I was like, is potentially a Juan Soto situation probably, the reason they didn't offer a Teo an extension? You think that's it? And they're like, the word I got back is the Dodgers are looking for a shortstop more than they're looking at Soto. So we'll see how that comes true. But I expect Teo, if I had to guess, somewhere between 25, 28 million a year. Probably on anywhere from 2 to a 4-year deal. 4-year, probably at a player option or team option. I don't think it'll be a solid 4. I think a fair deal is a guaranteed 3-year 75 player option or team option for another 25 for 3-year 75, 4-year 100, something like that. I think is fair. Maybe they gave him a 3-year deal with an opt out after the second year, let him get more money again. But I think that this is where he wants to be. I think they want him to be here. And if they can get a deal in, Clayton Kershaw opted out again today, declined his player option. Doesn't mean he's leaving or retiring. He said he'll be back. But what this really does is, I think, he's chasing those 3,000 strikeouts, right? So if he can't get it this year, he probably wants another 1+1 deal to be able to lock in and give the option to do that. I think the Dodgers are committed to allowing him to get that record while wearing a Dodger jersey. I don't think he retires before he gets that. And I believe that that's what he is chasing, along with, maybe another championship ring as well. And look, he feels, I'm sure, that if he can get his lower extremities right, he's got someone with his foot, someone with his knee. He was serviceable this year. Not great, but he was serviceable. And maybe he can help us eat some innings next year if he's healthy. I don't love the idea of him pitching come playoffs, in non-blowout games, right? But maybe that's what it is. Maybe he helps his team eat innings, and then come playoff time, he's just not on the active roster again. He can contribute. He can get a ring. He can get his money, and he can get towards his, 3,000 strikeouts. And I think that's is what he and the team are pretty much looking for. Maybe he takes a little less money. I think, maybe he takes like a 5-7 million as opposed to 10 million. But we'll see what he does here. We already know that Kiermaier is retired. We know Hudson is retired. Teo, I think, is a pretty good chance to return. I'm very curious to see what the chat thinks. We get very caught up at the moment, and we get very caught up in seeing what Walker Buehler did at the end of the playoffs and closing out the World Series. But the Dodgers are going to be looking at what he did for the whole season, right? And they declined his qualifying offer. They gave Teo one. They declined Buehler's. And I think that was pretty obvious that they were going to decline Buehler's. And I think it was pretty obvious that they were going to pick up or offer it to Teo. Now, again, I think Teo comes back. Buehler, I maintained earlier before the postseason, I was like, if he goes out there and he kills it in NLCS, he kills it in the World Series. This is before I even had dreams of him closing out a World Series game, that if he delivered on those two fronts, that some team may offer him some money that he may not be able to pass up. So keep an eye on the Mets, keep an eye on the Cubs, even keep an eye on the Yankees. Keep an eye on these teams who not only would have interest in securing him perhaps, but also driving up the price on the Dodgers. The Dodgers, I think, are going to be in on Soto as far as driving up the price on him. I don't think they have any real intention of signing another guy to a 10, 12, whatever year deal. The Yankees kind of did that with the Dodgers with Yamamoto. I'm sure the Dodgers are, pretty happy to return the favor there. But as you look around Major League Baseball, some of these players that can come and go, I think that, as you look at it, I think Teo stays. And I think it's going to come down to either Flaherty or Buehler. But the Dodgers got a lot of arms coming back, and I do believe that they're looking at a lefty. So keep an eye on Blake Snell there. Keep an eye on him. I know people were talking about Cole. That was never going to be a thing. He only needed to opt out to get the Yankees to pick up that extra year to get it to opt in, and they're going to work on an extension there. So the Yankees avoided losing Cole, right? Now, can they avoid losing Soto? That's what we're going to have to wait and see. But the Dodgers, you got Trinan out there, but 36 years old. Pretty much was one of the most dominant relievers in the last 60 to 90 days of the season and the playoffs. What type of market is there for him? What type of market is there? I think the Dodgers would love to have him back, but if you go after a Tanner Scott, that guy is going to be your closer, right? So if you go after Tanner Scott, you get him. Do you keep trying? I hope they keep trying. I definitely hope they keep trying. I believe that the Dodgers need as many arms as possible to finish up next season. So you're going to have some injuries, going to have some movement. They need to get and keep as many arms fresh as possible for next season, both starters and in the pen. So I think someone like a Tanner Scott is someone to keep a real eye on for the Dodgers. Someone like a Blake Snell is someone to keep a real eye on for the Dodgers. And Adames, keep an eye on him for the Dodgers at shortstop. I was asking, what do you guys think? Do you think they have any interest of having Edman play shortstop? And kind of the response I got was about as much as they had interest of having Mookie or Lux play there full time, which were both kind of like Band-Aid solutions, not permanent. So to me, that's a no. So that leads me to believe that they prefer Edman in center or second base. And if that's second base, then it probably means Lux is out of here. And if it's center field, where do you put Pages? If you got Mookie in right, if you got Teo in left, and you're putting Edman in center, what do you do? What do you do with Pages? Is he a prospect that gets moved? Do you move Edman in second and do you trade Lux? These are things you have to start to sort out if you're the Dodgers. And some of these guys, not all of them will be back. Not all of them. I think there's a good chance that a good chunk of them will be back. But Kike making $4 million last year. I don't know if teams in baseball are going to sit back and be like, look, he is going to kill it in the postseason. He's got to make more than $4 million. If he's not going to come to us, we got to make the Dodgers pay more. Someone like Kike Hernandez is easily worth $8 million a year, right? Because of what he can do in October. They picked up the option on Miguel Rojas. They picked up the option on Austin Barnes. Like I said, Kiermaier, Hudson gone. Kershaw did not pick up his option. Flaherty, Buehler, unrestricted free agents. Teo, unrestricted free agent. Trinan, an unrestricted free agent. So it's going to be a very interesting couple of months here. I think someone like Kike, someone, came down to the wire last season. I think the Dodgers will love to get that done if they do keep him rather soon. I'm sure he would be out there looking to try to secure a deal early, not at the end of spring training like last time. But I think Teo is becoming more and more likely by the day to stay with the Dodgers. There's mutual interest on both sides, and nothing that I'm hearing is discrediting anything that the Dodgers are willing to pay him and that he is willing to accept, basically fair, if not a little less than market value, and maybe even some deferred money to really help the Dodgers continue to go all in. So we'll wait and see. But Tanner Scott, Blake Snell, guys to really, really keep your eye on this offseason. But a shortstop is something the Dodgers apparently are going to be having their eye on here. And we'll see who that is. Is it a Diamond? Is it a trade? Have to wait that out and see. But it looks like they're looking for a long-term solution at the shortstop position. You got Edmund, one more year left on his deal. So that's something they're going to have to consider. You got other guys who are going to be coming up soon. So, if they can lock in a Tanner Scott to a long-term deal, you got Glasnow on a long-term deal. You got Shohei Yamamoto, long-term deal. You got a bunch of guys coming back that if they could stay healthy, could be absolutely effective. You got Catman, you got Dustin May, you got guys who can literally get out there and eat up innings if they're not brittle. Can they do it? Can they sustain the torque that is continued to be put on their arms? May has filthy stuff. He just can't stay healthy. So seeing how the Dodgers do, the GM meetings kick off tomorrow. So I'm hoping to have some intel, on some of that. And then obviously the winter meetings go down later in the offseason around December. So a lot of action will be coming. We're seeing a lot of options, a lot of movement from there. You saw Soler get traded from Atlanta to Anaheim. He'll stay there for a little bit before he's traded somewhere at or before the deadline for some prospects. It was a salary dump by Atlanta. And the Angels took him in looking to flip him down the road. So I'm very curious to see, where the Dodgers go here. And in speaking of that, so I've been talking to a lot of the same people that I was talking to last offseason, kind of my Japan lane, I guess you could call it, the Japan pipeline, the one that I was able really to get some pretty early intel on the Yamamoto front. And from this is just right now. These things are fluid, can change at any time. But as of right now, if Roki decides to come to the majors, he's going to be a Dodger. He's going to be a Dodger if he decides to come. I've heard this kind of bounce around different numbers, not money, but as far as percentage of would he leave. He's very, very interested in becoming a Major League Baseball pitcher now. And what's kind of speeding up the process for him is that he's got Shohei, he's got Yamamoto, it's the Dodgers. They've got a great pipeline out there with Japan as well. Like I said, he trusts the process of going there, from what I understand, and he really would love to reunite with two of the best players on that Japanese team that won the World Baseball Classic. So that's going to kind of work its way over time because of his age. It's going to be kind of like similar to the time when Ohtani came, not Yamamoto. It's going to be less money. And the Dodgers are positioned to be, I think they're like one of only two teams that even have the money that could put it into, could bid for him to get the most of what that team is eligible to get for him right now. So the Dodgers want the kid. They've been out there. They were out there last offseason, already establishing that. But like I said, you got Yamamoto. You have got Ohtani here. I mean, here a lot of people say that the Roki is going to stay another year in Japan. A lot of people were saying that it's not going to happen. I'm hearing different right now. Now, again, this is fluid. This can change at any moment. It could be a money thing. But from what I understand, he wants to pitch in the majors, and he wants to pitch there now. And because the Dodgers just won the championship, and he's going to have two of his guys in that rotation next season, that he feels comfortable with jumping early. Let's see if they can make it happen. Let's see if they can finish that up. But Roki is looking like a real strong possibility for the Dodgers. Pretty much everyone that I've talked to that covers the sport believes that if he does post, he will be a Dodger. I know Padre fans, Giants fans, and the Mets have been, and Chicago have been heavily linked to him as well, and making a push on that. I just don't think they have what it takes to get him away from the Dodgers, Shohei and Yamamoto, if and when he decides to come to the majors this season. So you got someone like 3/5 of your starting rotation could be Team Japan players out there, right? And three of the absolute best, and wearing Dodger blue potentially. So just another young arm that the Dodgers could throw out there, not having to do a ton of innings, kind of let him take care of his arm a little bit, because he's a strikeout master. That kid is a beast. However, this is the thing, though. When you got three guys out there that come from the Japanese league pitching wise. Now you got 3 guys who need to go on 6 days, every 6-day pitching, right? And I believe me and Joe have talked about this. I believe that that's the route the Dodgers are going to go. So if you have a Glass now, if you've got Otani, if you got Yamamoto, if you got Roki, let's say Buehler stays, let's say Kershaw pitches this sometime, let's say that Dustin May's out there, like you got guys, Catman, you're going to have 8 or 9 quote unquote starting quality pitchers. A Bobby Miller, if he can get his act together, right? After we saw what Walker Buehler did, maybe he can. But what I'm saying is I think the Dodgers will have 8 or 9 starting level pitchers, and I believe that they will go to it every 6-day minimum on their pitchers, considering they have 3 of them from the Japanese league who are used to that already. So Roki, a lot of unknown there. This is just basically I'm relying on other people's view of the situation, other people's opinions of the situation. It's not like I'm talking to Roki or anyone on his team myself. I'm not. But like I said, these people were pretty spot on with me last year and was able to have me get a hold of that Yamamoto train before it left the station. So these guys know what they're talking about. They've got excellent context out there. And from what I'm hearing is that Roki is very, very interested in pitching for a Major League Baseball team this year. And if he does indeed come this coming year, he has his eyes on the Los Angeles Dodgers. So shout out to you guys for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you guys. This is the way too early off-season edition of the Dodgers 2025 season, right, for next year, where there'll be a lot more deep diving, a lot more breakdowns, a lot more conversations, a lot more talking money, a lot more talking a lot of different things. But because I have not been on here since Wednesday, I wanted to tap in with you guys, say what's up to you guys. I'm still in parade mode, man. I'm still flying high off this win. I'm still celebrating it. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still loving it. And it has been incredible. And I can't wait to link up with my baseball people again this off season, sit down, have a couple beers, talk some baseball, talk some inside stuff, and see what comes out of it. I have to do my homework though. They don't just feed it to me, right? They don't just give it to me for free. I got to start digging. Got to start asking the right questions. I got to put kind of put some things together there, and they got to help me complete my own puzzle. So I kind of prefer it that way, to be honest with you. But it's going to be fun. And if they get Roki, if they keep Teo, if they keep, let's say they keep Buehler. Buehler's probably shorter term money. So I would say it's probably Buehler right now looking over Flaherty. Unless Flaherty, comes down on a pretty good asking price, but this is one of his last chances to get paid big time. I think he's going to look to get paid big time. Buehler, I think he may look for maybe a 2+1 deal. I think the Dodgers might be comfortable with that. So, if they add a Tanner Scott to this mix, if they add a Blake Snell to this mix with all these other names I've mentioned, then good God Almighty. And then if they go and they get a shortstop, an everyday shortstop, because they got the money. They've got the money. So it's why teams are scared that they're linked to Soto. It's because they have the money. 1 second, guys. They got a ton of money, man. And, I can see Teo kind of getting similar to what that Freddie deal is, 25 to 28 mil a year, but a third or half the length of it, which would be, phenomenal deal for a guy who does his production. Doesn't hurt you in the field. Great bat, had huge playoff moments. The fans absolutely love him. I honestly think that if Friedman let Teo leave, I think the fans would lose their minds. They would throw an absolute fit. Absolute fit. So I don't believe, and this is just my opinion, I haven't really had any direct dialogue with a lot of people on this. Too many have talked to a couple. They all say no. I'll expand that conversation further with people as the offseason goes on. But I'm not in belief right now that the Dodgers are even remotely serious about Soto. I don't think they have to be. I think they got to be serious about arms. They got to continue to add to that depth. They got to look for a shortstop that's now and in the future. Center fielder, who's going to be playing center, who's going to be playing short. What's that number for Teo? And these are the things that they're definitely going to have to be doing. Checking in on Roki and really, really securing an additional left-hander in that pen and in that starting rotation. So appreciate y'all tuning in, man, as usual. But while I have you guys, man, if you have not done so already, and shout out to all you guys that have. It was an incredible week on our link at Fanatics, man. Get your MLB, NBA, NFL gear, and more by using our link at Fanatics. Make sure to use our link to get special discounts, and your purchase also helps support the channel. So when you order through Fanatics via our link, they take care of us because you order through them through us, man. So it's a great way to help out the channel. Your order experience will not change. You still get great gear. You still get, great memorabilia, whatever you're going to order. And just the channel gets hooked up. So greatly, greatly appreciate. I mean, a lot of you guys took advantage of that link after the World Series, during and after the parade. So shout out to you guys. Your gear should be just about to you guys already. And I ordered a bunch myself for the championship merch. I'll be rocking it all off season as we do these videos, man. So again, shout out to those who have done so already. One Peruvian guy, what's going on, man? Yeah. Roki might be happening, man. Might be happening. Daniel Barry, what's going on, Daniel Barry? Appreciate you. What's going on, Joseph? Baseball every day until opening day. Yeah, Joe, we'll line up at a official show to go over all this stuff. I just did a quick pull up here, just to touch in with the people, because I haven't done one since Wednesday, and I'll get a little bit more more professionally scheduled here, instead of just popping up blindly here without a plan, right? Chris, the graphic god, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in as always. LA for Life said, read a report that Dodgers are in on Snell. Yeah, I've been kind of talking about that for almost 6 months now. They absolutely are. I told that story a couple times over the last few shows, so I don't want to go into too much detail on that. But Snell and the Dodgers almost happened last year. And I think there's a chance that because of those conversations, that those talks could spill into this coming off season. Now we'll see. I'm hearing that the Glasnow addition on the Dodgers there, and having him there, that he's working him to try to get him over there. So if that continues to be a thing and that happens, not just Glasnow, there are other guys that talk to him as well. But the Giants giving him that second year at his option at the money they did. There was kind of talks further down the line there. If the Giants would have insisted on that being a team option, that he probably would have been a Dodger. So then backing off, same thing with a couple other guys that I spoke at length. Yeah, man, Teo. Yep, 400 seems about. Well, the AAV of that seems about right. Whether it's a 3 or 4 year deal, seems about right. What's good, DJ? What's going on, DJ, man? Go subscribe to my guy, DJ. Lakers in 5. Make sure to subscribe to Joe and them over at Lakers Fast Break as well. Great work as usual over there. Even in losses like tonight, Lakers let us down in Detroit. I don't even want to talk about that. But DJ, salute to you, brother. If you're working tonight, drive safe. And make sure to go subscribe to DJ Lakers in 5. Joe, Gerald, and all of them over at Lakers Fast Break. Controversial. What's up, my guy? Bro, everybody lives and dies by every game this early. Oh, you talking about Lakers? Yeah, man. So many people jumped off the cliff after they lost back-to-back games and then celebrated like they won it all when they beat Toronto. I'm not even excited about this team right now, man. Like, there's not that's what this team is going to be. I got plenty of Laker coverage coming. I'm in no rush. This team is going to be the same all year. I'm in no rush. LA for Life said, yeah, Willie Adames is a dog. I mean, it's a chance. I think the Giants are going to offer heavy money to him too. There's some other teams involved, so I wouldn't say they're a lock. But I'll say it like this: if they want him, they'll get him. We'll see how bad they want him. We'll see. Lakers better make a move, especially after tonight's. Yeah, it's going to be. What's going on, Miguel? Appreciate you tuning in. Are Dodgers going to be spending spree this year, Jeff? I mean, the Dodgers will always spend, but they will spend responsibly. I think they will spend to keep Teo. I think they will spend to keep perhaps one of the starting pitchers between Flaherty and Buehler. I think they will pay if someone like Blake Snell is serious, someone like Tanner Scott is serious. I think guys like that they will pay for. I think they will heavily look into paying Adames. I think they got a number that they will not exceed a year and a number that they will not exceed. And, they're still waiting on that one guy to take that Dodger special, to take that 3-year deal with way more per year than that player probably should get, but to make up for a longer term deal. So if you get someone like you get some like they tried to get Bryce Harper, like how they tried to get Hader, like how they tried to get Bellinger again, like how they tried to get a couple of these guys on really short term deals. They even approached Judge on it, like short term deal, but really high AAV. And someone eventually is going to take that deal. Someone is going to. Maybe it's Adames, maybe it's someone, I don't know, but someone is eventually going to take that Dodger special, and it's only going to help this team out. So maybe it's Snell, right? Maybe it's Snell. Maybe it's another starting pitcher. I don't believe it'll be Tanner Scott. I think Tanner Scott's going to be able to get paid long term. Maybe it's one of those two guys, because I don't believe Snell's going to get a crazy long-term deal, at least not as of right now. BC, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for tuning in as always. He said, go Dodgers too. Dodgers for life. That's right, Chris. That's right. Buehler, 5.38 ERA in the regular season. Yeah, and that's one thing the Dodgers are going to bring to the table in these negotiations, right? I think if Walker Buehler is honest with himself, two Tommy Johns, was not great in the regular season, had kind of came alive. I think he needs to show he can do this for a full season. So maybe he takes a make good deal on a 1+1 just to prove everybody, right? And then goes into the following offseason looking to get, more paid, right? Maybe he does that. Or the Dodgers like, look, we'll give you a 3-year deal, third year R option. We'll give you like $15 to $18 million a year. And then we'll keep going on this route. But we'll see what that comes down to. Let's see. BC says Teo, 21 million offer is a fair offer. Freddie Mookie make 27 to 30. He's not as good as them. Well, you could argue that Teo had a better year than Freddie this year in the regular season and through most of the postseason, right? And as Freddie ages, you're going to need someone like Teo in that lineup. Freddie is going to be 36, I think, at the end of next season. So as Freddie ages, you're going to need someone like Teo in there to fill that gap. So to me, I think it's fair to give him the 25 or so million, or upwards between 25 and Freddie money. I think will be fair, because as Freddie maybe starts to decline a little bit, Teo's going to incline there a little bit. What's going on, Aaron? Appreciate you for tuning in, brother. Hope you are doing well. What's going on, Search and Destroy? Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in as always. I sensed the stream earlier today. I've been wanting to do one. I just been out living, man. It's been fun, and it's been spending time with the family, my wife, with Lucky, out here, taking a little break here after the Dodgers won it all, taking a little break from coverage. There's no baseball to talk about that much, and just really, I'm just haven't got the full itch to get back into basketball yet. I just haven't. I will. I'll just pop up out of nowhere, and I'll be on your screen every night talking basketball like last season. I'll be there. Just don't feel motivated to do it yet. And I'm not one of those guys that has to do it every night, right? I got other stuff to do, and if I feel like, okay, now it's time, I'm gonna get back to doing it. But I appreciate you, Aaron. And I've been doing a lot of YouTube shorts, a lot of TikTok, a lot of IG. So make sure to check me out on IG at EmpireJeffTV, on TikTok at EmpireJeffTV, here on YouTube EmpireJeffTV, and on Twitter X at EmpireJeff_. But appreciate you, Aaron, as always. And looks like we got a let me see here. I saw the color pop up on the screen, man. We got a super chat in the house tonight. What's going on, Darren V, with the 1999 super chat? You get another one. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. We need another pitcher, and we can afford Teoscar. Yeah, we can definitely afford Teo. We definitely can. And again, it's never been about them not being able to afford him. It's basically been about wanting to see how he performed in the postseason, right? I've been telling you guys that. Like, I had a pretty good feeling on that. That was just kind of like my intuition. I confirmed that, and now you're kind of starting to see that come out in published reports saying the Dodgers really were just waiting to see how he performed. You guys know I've been saying that. And it's not like they didn't believe in him, but sometimes the playoffs get too bright for someone. He's never been to the postseason other than a wild card game, and he's never advanced. So had to see how he performed. He did perform, and now he has a chance to get a pretty decent deal here from the Dodgers, and I think he's earned one. I think he deserves one, and hopefully they can make that happen, man. Hanson, what's going on, Hanson? Salute, drop a like. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. Drop a like on the video if you guys have not done so already. You guys would be greatly appreciated, man. Subscribe to the channel also if you have not done so already. Make sure you could also become a member over here at the channel. There are 3 different types of membership. Click that join button or that first link in the description. For less than the cost of lunch, you can become a member for an entire month over here. Great way to help support the channel. Member-only videos, member-only vlogs. You get to see some of the videos prior to everyone else when I post other than live streams. So really trying to grow out that program and provide, member-only content to that program coming soon. And I think you guys are going to, the members, I think, are going to enjoy it, man. Let's see. Somehow retain Trinan and sign Scott. I mean, that could be a good 1-2 punch, right? Lefty righty, right? I think Trinan, if he's willing to stay, I think someone's gonna come and offer Trinan like 12 mil. You know, I think like someone like Texas, someone like if they come in and offer Trinan a big deal, he may have to take that, right? But you know, I think Trinan, 1 second. Trinan has a very interesting situation here because the Dodgers paid him for 2 years while he was hurt. I think he recognizes that, appreciates that, and he didn't just cash the checks and was like, "Yeah, they're paying me for what I did before." I think there's a genuine appreciation and an admiration for that. Having said that, he does owe it to his family to seek the best deal out there. But he may be like, "Look, these guys looked out for me, took care of me, believed in me, stuck it through with me. I'm going to come back." So maybe someone offers 12, 13, 14, whatever it is for 1 year, 2 year, whatever. Maybe he's like, "All right, look, give me a raise on last year. I'll take less than what another team will give me, and let's run it back." I think there's a possibility that happens. He wants to come back. All these guys want to come back, right? Who wouldn't want to come back to this team? But there's also other guys outside of here that want to join this team that might be better than some of the guys we have, and the Dodgers have to consider that. So I think there's a, I would say Trinan, 60-40, he stays, but there's still a 40% chance he may walk in my mind. Same thing with Buehler and Flaherty. Depending on what other teams offer them, they're going to have to strongly consider those offers, right? So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how these go. Jeff is doing unauthorized ninja streams. That's funny. Let's see. What's going on, Ran? Ran Matendo 77. What's going on? Scott will cost too much for a reliever. Dodgers don't do that. I mean, relievers are going to be the way of the game, though, Ran. As you saw the bullpen, this year, you add someone like Scott to that already elite bullpen, and that could be a massive, massive piece as other teams upgrade their roster to get it going, man. There goes Joe via Joe. Dustin May probably becomes a reliever. I think that might be the best bet. I think that might be the best bet for sure. Really wish Roki gets posted, but that's a dream. It's not really a dream. It's not really a dream. It could happen. Look how young Shohei was when he got posted. It's not as common, but he doesn't seem like he's just fully locked in on the money. He wants to come in and be a major leaguer, and if he comes in and does well early, he has a chance to get paid later. And he wants to pitch in the big leagues, man. He really does. Joe, ready to get a 9-out save tonight? He said, "Who's Roki?" Roki is a beast, man, an absolute beast over there in Japan, man. Absolute a beast. He probably has some of the best strikeout stuff. Just blows hitters away, man. Oh yeah. No, I mean, Joe, you always today's just gonna. I'm actually almost done with the stream tonight. I just wanted to just pop in on you guys real quick. We'll do more in depth. I'll definitely have Joe on soon. We'll go back and forth. We got all off season. This was kind of just a check in, a pop in, because I've been kind of absent out there, just running amok, acting a fool. So don't care. 187. Just say no to Boris and Soto. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go down that route. Might be a complete game situation tonight. Complete game. Yeah. It's gonna be, like I said, I'm not even much longer on the stream tonight. Roku. That's funny. Give me Roki and let's run it back. Adames would be great, but that feels like asking for a lot. No, I hear you. I there are people who absolutely 100% believe that he's coming to the Dodgers. So that's Adames. I'm not so sure on it yet. I've got a lot of digging to do on that. I don't know. Now if he does, if he's willing to take pretty high money on a short-term deal, maybe the Dodgers do that. But I don't know if that's him. I don't know if that's him. That might be Snell that kind of goes down that path. Roki just declined an offer by the Mariners. Yeah, he did, but it could be a negotiation tactic. So I think there's a pretty good chance that he comes this year. I think there's a good chance. Adames wants 150. Yeah, he wants big money, man. No move Edmund to center field and Willie. Adames to shortstop. And he strikes out a lot. Yeah, he does. But there's a lot of guys. So does Teo, right? And Teo did again this year. But sometimes you get guys in this lineup into that Dodgers philosophy and kind of working the counts. And sometimes they definitely can Can't change. Yep, and the Dodgers do open in Japan. Facts. Jeff really got direct contact with Freeman, don't he? Nah, man. Look, I'm a blessed guy, man. I'm a blessed guy. Just in my networking ways. Just getting to know some people back today before they were somebody, before they came up in their field. And then going about business correctly, and then someday introduce you to other people, and you just become part of circles. But as a result of that, like I said, it's also me doing a lot of digging and a lot of my own research, a lot of my own hard work, a lot of my own phone calls, and a lot of it leads to something. And believe it or not, sometimes a lot of the things they stumble on is me asking the initial question. Not all of them, right? But sometimes I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? Like I'm looking at the numbers, I'm looking at the fit, I'm looking at the need, I'm looking at like all kinds of different things when I go down kind of like my list of why a player is going here or there, and in multiple sports. And I'll start to like, that's interesting. Let me check around on that. And they check around, they're like, yeah, you're onto something. And that's kind of how a lot of it happens. Is James Outman gone? No, he was in the minors. He just got called up again after the season's done. But no, he's not gone, but he might be. He might be gone soon. It is a vegetable. Yes. Controversial man says, what's your drink of choice? I drink a lot of water. A lot of water. That's because I drink a lot of other stuff too. But drink of choice, it don't really matter, man. I could drink beer, I could drink liquor, I could drink champagne, I could drink wine. I drink drinks, man. I could drink whatever. Now my favorite is probably like, I drink a lot of Bacardi. Just Bacardi and like soda water, Bacardi, Diet Coke, whatever. As you get older, I don't like all the like the sugary drinks, all like the crazy colorful stuff, right? But that does its job. Tito's and soda, Bacardi and soda. I love margaritas. I love old fashions. Love whiskey. I love rum. I could drink anything, man. Like anything. Dodgers need a lefty. Facts, Joseph. They absolutely do. Lakers, Dodgers for life. What's up, my guy? What's up, Jeff? Hope all is well. I'm good, brother. Hope you are the same. On the free agency front, we're good. We already signed our top priority, Austin Barnes. Anything else is icing on the cake. Well, they didn't sign him. They picked up his option, right? And he's one of those glue guys in the clubhouse and in bullpen sessions and a lot of these things that really helps this team. Is kind of like an unsung hero in a lot of ways. And as long as I think the Dodgers will keep him around, and I think he eventually becomes like a bench coach or part of their organization when he is done. Said, hell no on Soto. His contract will be atrocious in the long run. Yeah, it's not going to happen, man. Alex Free. He's I don't know, man. He got roughed up, man, and he wasn't healthy last year. Maybe he's been linked to Boston by a lot of people. I don't know if that's going to happen. But we'll see what happens with that, man. Snell is better than Fried. He is. I heard they were close on trading for Snell. The other, wait, you're talking about right now, or are you talking about at the deadline? They obviously can't trade now. They made a phone call, but it's the Giants. They weren't going to do that. So that from what I understand, it went nowhere. Here's what it was, and I'll explain why that phone call is important. The Dodgers were late to the party on Snell last offseason. They didn't have a lot of interest in him. He didn't have a lot of interest in them. It wasn't personal. It's just they hadn't talked, right? You got the 2020 World Series where he got pulled out early. He had a lot of resentment from that game and that series. Not even necessarily towards the Dodgers, but towards his manager in Tampa Bay, and then he just had resentment, right, from the situation. So he wasn't really considering it. Then Glasnow got there, and they checked in on him late. And it kind of turned his thinking around on the organization as far as potentially seeing himself pitching there. So what the Dodgers did at the trade deadline, they didn't make that call to trade for him because they knew they couldn't. They knew the Giants would never do that. They made that call so Snell knew that they were still interested in him. So they were sending a signal to him. We still want you. We're still looking to get you here. Even though we know they're going to tell us no, we want to let them know, and we still have interest in the legal way of doing it. So that's what that was. The trade was never going to happen. It never got close. There was never a framework discussed, nothing. But that was the Dodgers putting it out there. So the media would then put it out there that they checked in on it. And that, because they got to the party late, last offseason. They were trying to get to this offseason early. You get what I mean? And that's what that whole thing was about. Don't need to trade for Snell. He's a free agent. Yeah, I'm assuming he meant trade deadline. If Soto was a 5-2 player, I'd say yes, but he's terrible on defense to get 600 mil. Yeah, think about Soto's, man. He's got a really good arm, but he just reads the ball terribly. You know, he'll be a killer DH for a long time. But yeah, he's not a two-way player, a 5-2 player, excuse me, that can cover the outfield like he should. Good arm when he makes a play, but outside of that, yeah, I figured you were LA for life. I figured you were. Let's see. Giants would have never done that deal. Yeah, they were never going to do the deal, but that was just the Dodgers getting ahead on this offseason. It's pretty much all that was, and it's brilliant. It was smart because now they were sending a signal to him legally, and now he knows. Don't care. 187 said trade Lux and move Mookie back to second base. Oh God, I just love having Mookie in right. I just think that's a winning position for us. He plays so great out there. But if they ever, if they came across a great outfielder, then maybe that's something they would consider. How do I know that? I know that. Trust me, I know that. And you'll notice, that as I start, I'll start saying things, and then you'll see 3 or 4 months later, it'll start to come out to the national media. Things will leak later when players talk about it, after the fact. It's true. You can choose to believe me or not, but it's true. It's absolutely true. Edmonds fielding errors must have scared Freeman enough. He's hiding Adames. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Let's see. If you're talking to Search, let me mind my business. What if Soto signs $45 million for 10 to 12 years and deferred most of it? Good God, the rest of the league better watch out. I don't think that Boris is going to allow deferrals to go that long, because that means that's how long it takes for him to get paid. So Boris, I don't believe, is going to go all in on those deferrals. That's just me personally. I don't think that Boris is all in on him. That man wants his money now. He's probably wanting to take his K rate since Edmund is more reliable at bat. Yeah. Highly doubt it though. Bridges says, who's considered the better prospect, Yoshi last year or Roki this year? Prospect, Roki's a better prospect. Well, let me explain what my terminology here. Yamamoto wasn't a prospect anymore. He's 26. He had won basically their Triple Crown. He was their MVP 3 years in a row, their Cy Young 3 years in a row, their Triple Crown 3 years in a row. He wasn't viewed as the same type of prospect. Now, he was coming over from a different league, so it was kind of viewed as just learning a new league. But at 26 years old, coming off of his resume, I don't think they looked at him as a prospect as much as Roki is. So Roki being 23 years old is more of a prospect than Yoshinobu was. So I'm going to say Roki is a better prospect, even though Yamamoto at 23 was in the beginning of his run that he went on the best 3-year run of any Japanese pitcher in history. But I will say right now, because it's 23 versus 26 when Yamamoto came over, I will say that right now Roki's the better prospect because he's in a prospect age range, if that makes sense. Darren says we need a pitcher. We need pitchers. Roki, yeah, Roki's. But I don't even know if I'd say Roki's better than Yamamoto right now, because Yamamoto's pitch mix and the things that he can do. But I will say that and Roki didn't have the years that Yamamoto had in Japan, but he's not going to get probably the time to have it. So I think that Roki has a chance to be the best. But 23 Roki, 26 Yamamoto was seen as the better pitcher. Snell will be absolutely great. Facts. There's no way he stays in SF. No, he's gone. He only took that deal because it was his only guaranteed 2-year deal. So if he went there, he got hurt or he had a bad year, he could opt in and get his money. It's pretty much what that came down to. I wouldn't go any higher than 22. You're talking about for Snell. I can't believe no position player has 3 rings except Mookie. Doesn't even seem like that much. It's hard to do, man. It's hard to do. Will Adames defer? That's what we'll have to see. But I'm not sure he will. So like I said, but I just know that Boris guys probably won't. Big Year wants his money. Hard knowing Adames hit 217 last year and 238 before. Boomer bust guys are the reason Phillies never win. Yeah, that's true. Tails getting at least 25 a year. I think that's fair. Tails the same age as Mookie. Yep, and Aaron Judge doesn't play defense anywhere near as good. Who are you talking about? Don't blame you, Jeff. This World Series was huge for us. Yeah, it was huge, man. It is huge. And that's what I'm saying. I needed a like this postseason. I talked about it in length on the show, man. This postseason was special, man. This postseason was scary, fun, entertaining, incredible. It was everything. But I needed an exhale at the end of it, man. I needed to go enjoy some things in life, get out there and then, have a little bit of freedom, because I got covered a lot of it. Right. So, get out there. Like I said, I had to make up for some lost time with wifey and the pup and the family, and make up for some lost time there, for them being so supportive of me and patient with me as I go down this road. So had to, do that, lock in and focus on some things, professionally that I've been working on as well, which it's been a great week. It was such a great week last week, man. I can't even begin to speak on the blessings, man. And got another one today. So just hard work and multiple aspects of life, and the Dodgers winning the World Series in the middle of all this stuff that I've been working towards professionally, all of it kind of coming together and happening at the same time has just been a blessing, man. Incredible. I just can't express it enough. I had the final pitch from Buehler in Game 5 on loop the whole weekend. Yeah, incredible, man. Freddie has a higher average on base percentage OPS than Tail this year, 2 in the regular season, and a higher OPS in the playoffs. So Tail will probably decline between now and reaching his age. I just think that Tail is going to fill in a gap when Freddie starts, as far as maybe, Freddie's power numbers go down a little bit. So I think that Tail can do things that Freddie can't. Tail's a guy that can hit 40 home runs in a year. He hasn't done it but I think like in this role, like Dodger Stadium thinks he does, I think that Tail could get to a 40 home run guy. I don't think Freddie will ever reach that again. Or that level of power again. So I understand it sounds crazy because he just went, all those games in a row with a home run. But what I'm saying is I think Freddie, being going to be 36 years old next year, I think Freddie's going to be able to hit till he's 40. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think 25 mil for Tail and what he can do. And Tail had, Freddie had a lot of ups and downs this year, obviously warranted. But I think Tail had more of a standout year than him. And I think a lot of people felt that, Tail had career years in multiple ways. Freddie, even in a down year, would be a career year for most guys as well. Yeah, no, I hear you. But I mean, I think if anyone was going to bet on 3 years straight, Tail or Freddie, I think a lot of guys are leaning Tail right now. I love Mark Walter and Magic and can't stand man so much. Yeah, they're a winning organization. They're definitely a winning organization. What's going on, Dylan? Jeff, Lakers have been bad. I think they'll miss. Here we go. I'm not talking Lakers tonight, man. Let's see. I still remember right before the trade deadline, everyone was clamoring for a Rosarina. Don't hear anything on him anymore. Yeah, I told you guys, like after the deal that they were talking about, they looked into getting him. But Tampa Bay, they didn't want to meet that price. And once they got Teo, there was no need for him. So he essentially would be playing a role that Kike was, right? And they were comfortable with Kike, as crazy as that sounds, over Randy. But Randy has not played that well. And he didn't have that great of a year. Here we go. Cubs are reportedly going on him. Yeah, because the Cubs are going to be after a lot of people, man. They definitely are. What's going on, big baby? Can the Dodgers go back to back? Oh, yeah. I think the Dodgers are trying to get a 3-peat, man, for sure. Make sure to subscribe to Big Baby, yo. Dodgers have to repeat, may never have a better opportunity too. They are due to go back to back. Yep, facts. Trying to catch up to all these, man. But running it back isn't enough. We need to add. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need to add on, guys. Only thing better than beating the Yanks in the World Series is being the first team since the 90s Yanks to go back to back. That'd be incredible. Okay, I'm gonna skip these basketball ones. So many guys throw the heat these days, but it's all about movement, right? Movement, placement, timing, and getting what they call like getting a batter in between. Like there's different hitters out there. There's guys who see the ball better. There's guess hitters, and there's like Muncy's a guess hitter, right? He guesses, and he guesses right a lot, and he's very patient at the plate. But when you get a hitter that's a guess swinger, guess hitter, and they're stuck in between pitches, they don't know, their instincts are not firing on all cylinders. So when that happens, and you got all that movement and dip and all that stuff in your mix, you can just eat guys alive out there. And that's why the pitchers, man, hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports. Guys are really upset about the Lakers right now. If the Dodgers rotation stays healthy, they definitely has a good shot at winning the next 2-3 World Series. They do. They do. Bridges says, imagine the Dodgers start the season in Japan in a 3-game series with Roki, Yama, and Ohtani pitching. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, man. That would be absolute insanity, bro. Sweeping Houston next year's World Series would be epic. That'd be great. It's going to be a long off season. Players going to wait until the big dogs get signed first. Yeah, Soto's going to be the market mover, right? Because he's going to set the market. And once he makes his deal or does his deal, then things, like Ohtani last year, right? And then Yamamoto. When that thing happens, then you'll start to see just a ton of movement after that. Teoscar also drew a lot of walks. He did. He had a great year, man. A great year. Career high, RBIs and home runs, I think much of it, are tied, whatnot, but had a fantastic year, man. And I think he could get better for sure. LA for Life said Jeff had a direct line to Jeff Passan. Has a direct line to Jeff Passan. I got a direct line to a few guys, man. Like I said, I'm not going to say who they are because I don't want to disrespect nobody, but I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I got more baseball plugs than basketball. And it's I've been trying like my best to get better ones of basketball. It's just taking some time. I got some good ones. I got some real good ones. Unfortunately, not a lot of Laker ones. But that's cool. Eventually I do get some info, but not like I can in baseball. Not like I can in baseball. But I do talk to enough people who cover the league. I wouldn't call it like an insider, as far as someone who like privy to the Lakers thinking. I don't necessarily have that. But I am lucky enough to talk to people who are in locker rooms, who kind of see some behind the scene things and things of that nature. At this point, Freeman is as clutch as I've seen in baseball. He's Freeman. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, World Series MVP. Incredible. And again, when I say Freddie like dipping a little bit, that's not disrespectful. He's going up there in age. And like I said, a 35-year-old wounded Freddie Freeman is still better than a lot of players in Major League Baseball. But what I'm saying is he may start missing some games, I guess I probably didn't explain that well enough. He may start missing some games, and you got to prepare for other guys to be injured. Like Mookie missed months this year, right? You had Muncy out months this year. You had Freddie in and out. So I mean, I think as he gets older, his ability to stay on the field may drop a little bit. And you got Shohei taking up that DH, so you're not going to put him there. So my thing is, someone like Teo is going to be very, very important for this team to keep. Search says Jeff is not an insider. He is, however, somebody who knows. That's a good way of putting it. I'm not an insider. I'm never a newsbreaker. That's not me. Never will be. Ever. Jeff is 65% right and Search is 90% right. Welcome to the show. Subscribe. Facts, man. I'm always right sometimes. That's what I tell you, man. That's what I tell you. And I'm not out here trying to fake the funk or get any clout or anything. Like I said, if you go back and watch my shows from last off season, you'll see, man, I was on all of it. Before it happened. I don't know if Kike comes back. I don't know if he does, but I think there's a chance. Just like last year, there's a chance. So it keeps his edge. Snell is still pissed. Cash took him out. Yeah, he is. And who can blame him? Free Mike Trout, trade him and put him on a corner outfield spot. Man, he just owed a lot of money and he just can't stay healthy. I just think that shit might have sailed. That's what I'm saying. He's always hurt, man. He was an LBB rookie, but not a prospect. Yeah, that's what. Thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to get at. He wasn't a prospect. Roki's a prospect. Had they got Yamamoto at 23, he would have been a prospect. Trout has been hurt in recent years. Doesn't mean he'll always be hurt, but pretty much has stayed hurt. Hey, appreciate you, Darren. And thank you for your super chat. You are greatly appreciated. Thank you. If we're being picky and perhaps there was a weakness in this championship team that you think we could improve on it, what is it, if any? Starting pitching, depth in the starting rotation. 2.5 pitchers, because Buehler finally got it going. So we'll call it 3 starting pitchers to make it all the way through the World Series. No room for error there. You have to be pretty much perfect. The Dodgers had to be. And so I would say that that maybe the up the middle defense at times and the starting pitching. Those are definitely things that are going to have to be worked on. Finally got my World Series hat today. Took a while to get it shipped, but it's worth it. I had my World Series hat, and all my championship memorabilia is on the way. My World Series hat, my first one, I ordered it. It got lost in transit, and I couldn't find it anywhere. It was sold out my size. I finally found another one. I got it. I got to wear it to the parade. I go over the finally got my World Series hat, wore that to the parade. Now I got all my ones with the World Series championship patches coming. I got so many hats, man. I got so many hats. It's insanity. Question: is Mike Trout a possibility for the Dodgers or no? I don't believe so, big baby. He makes a lot of money, doesn't really feel a need. Don't think so. I would go 3 years with a player option, 4th year for Teo, no longer than that. With how he plays defense, he could age fast. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So for me, Teo, that's what I said. Pretty much a 3-year guaranteed 4th year option, I believe, is probably the best way to do. Yes, appreciate you guys for the support, man. Snell would be my top target over Fried. Snell is better, has no qualifying offer attached to him. That's a fact as well, and that does make sense. BC says hard to hit where the Mariners play. There's that too. Where can I sign my contract for the Dodgers next season? He wants to sign his contract. Let's see. I'm loving getting everyone over here. All the basketball people coming over and getting into baseball, man. I love it. What's going on, Matthew Vasquez? Appreciate you, brother. Dodgers gonna retain every good player, and they're going back to back. Man, talk to them. This is what we are all hoping for, man. Keep the guys they want to keep. I don't think they're going to keep everybody, but they're going to add some players too. Because I understand the guys want to stay, but there's also guys that want to join this team. Teoscar 3 years, 75 mil. Snell 168 mil, 6 years. Trade for Bichette. Kike 2 years, 10 mil. Buehler 45 mil for 3 years and a club option. Flaherty 72 mil for 4 years. Trinan 16 million for 2 years. Clubbed option. Holy smokes! What's going on, Hepatitis? See you later. Got to calculate all that. I'm not sure that Snell gets 6 years. I think Teo 3 year. Yes, I think a trade for Bichette is possible. Kike 2 years, 10. I love that. Buehler 345. I love that. Flaherty 4 years, 72 million. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. Trinan 16 mil for 2 years. Fantastic. So I would love all those things to happen. I don't think Snell gets 6 years, and I'm not sure Flaherty is going to be back with the Dodgers, man. I am not sure. Search is the source. Search is the source. Jeff is aligned with sources by being respectful about sources and not claiming to be an insider. Yeah. That's again. It's look, I'm a social butterfly. I'm a talkative guy, man. And like I said, I search things out. I search out people. I search out contacts. And I've earned trust with the people who have referred me to other people, right? And been able to pass me along to, get someone's number from me or something like that. So it's been a blessing in multiple sports. I talk to guys in sports I don't even cover just because to get the access to them, because sometimes they got access to other guys in other sports if they're working with for the same company, same publication. That it's sometimes you gotta find a different angle and a different way in on things. And there's people who believe me and people that don't. I really don't care because I know the truth myself, right? I'm not out here trying to convince anybody. I just let my work speak for itself. Here's the thing, like a lot of these insiders, man, that's a tough gig, because if you report something and it doesn't happen, you could be like right 8 times out of 10, but those 2 times you were wrong, people are going to call you a clown. They're going to call you all these different things. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, because how are you never going to be wrong? Or how is your source never going to be wrong? Or how is, the timing can change. Someone's mind can change. Like it's just not worth it. Right. I'd rather speak on it after, or speak on things I think are becoming extremely possible to happen. And that's what I kind of leave it at. Excuse me. BC says Freeman career with bases loaded hits 350. That's ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. Plot twist. Search is Tim Kirchin and he retired to become Search. That's funny. Yes, only Detroit didn't have 4 starters. Embarrassing since they're broke. Small market team have no good excuse. Yeah. Must have 5 good healthy starters next October just in case someone gets hurt during. Yeah, facts. Search, just admit you're the plug. I plead the fifth. That's high. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's a little high for Flaherty. And I'm not sure the Dodgers keep Flaherty anymore. I'm just not. He had 3 really bad starts in the postseason. Really bad ones. And he had 2 great ones, but he had 3 really bad ones in the postseason. Don't want Jack back. Let's just say I wouldn't be too upset if he doesn't come back. If they lose out on Flaherty, then Sonny Gray would be nice. An insider said LA is looking at him. Excuse me. They've been linked to him a couple times, and I know they've sent scouts to watch him a few times. Never got anything done. I'm very curious. A name that I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. I've been going down the path of trying to gain information. And for the Dodgers would be, if they can't get Snell or Fried, would they have interest in Minaya? Would you guys be interested in that? And that's what I'm trying to get intel on. That's my next path I'm going down there. Search mods. Oh, you need to know. But you predicted Yamamoto, Glasnow, Ohtani. So after hey, appreciate you. Yeah, and it wasn't just a prediction. That was an informed prediction. So it's not like I'm out here reading a crystal ball, right? So appreciate you though. Appreciate you. But I had Ohtani for years. Like I took bets 2 years in advance on that one. Yamamoto, I was telling everyone all the Dodgers had to do was offer $1 million more, or even 500,000 more than the Yankees offered Cole. And the Yankees will never match that because they don't want to upset Cole. I was saying that. You can go back and watch my videos. I said that. That's exactly what the Dodgers did. Got it done. I told everyone the Dodgers were getting Glasnow and that Randy was not in the deal. I got called out crazy for that one. 48 hours later, they got Glasnow. I said what's holding it up is going to be the extension that Glasnow signs. People were calling me crazy, calling me stupid. Then the deal happened. How would I know that? How would I know that? Just sitting on my couch. How would I know that? Right? I knew that because someone I was talking to knew it. That's how I knew it. I wasn't me talking to Glasnow. Right? That's how I knew it. Yamamoto, just when all that stuff went down, that him and Ohtani were going to the Rams game before Yamamoto signed, I quickly jumped all over Twitter and shut that down, called it BS. Yamamoto would not be going to that. But I also said that it'd be announced. I called it 3 hours before it happened, that the Yamamoto deal is getting close and it's going to be announced tonight. And then it happened. Right. So people started coming at me like, whoa, who do you like? What the hell? I was like, it's the truth, man. It was incredible. It was incredible to be kind of behind the scenes on some of that stuff. Flaherty, 29 years old, would be bad to give him 4. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. He couldn't pitch twice in the same series. Nope. Flaherty set the tone in game 1. He really did. But then he in game 2 against the Padres was a flat out, right? And then you had game 5 Mets, and then you had game 4 Yankees. I'm sorry, game 5 Yankees. Nah, man, I don't think so. I'm not paying him big time money. I'd rather trade for Crochet than get Minaya. Okay, cool. I'm just throwing it out there. I would love to trade for Crochet. Love to trade for him. It's going to be very expensive though. But I heard after the trade deadline that the Dodgers had not given up on getting him. We'll see. But then it kind of went quiet after that. I've heard nothing since. So I got to follow up on that. I'm still on my Dodger hangover. I've been neglecting my Lakers. Me too. And it's no disrespect. I love my Lakers. Love them. But this is my first baseball parade, my first baseball championship as an adult that I'm able to just wild out at. I am enjoying every moment of this. I got plenty of times to deal with the Laker drama. That's going to be plenty. Right now, I am enjoying every moment of this Dodger moment. I will be back full-fledged enjoying the Lakers too, even in being hectic, right? I still love them, right? They're still my team. It's just I was just so deep in baseball that I've got to phase out of that a little bit. And I'm not just going to pull up out of nowhere when I haven't been watching all the games in basketball, right? I don't want to do that. You got enough people on here talking that they don't know what they're talking about. I need to get my mind right on that. You don't need me joining that club. You know what I mean? You don't need me. I'm the non-narrative, all context and substance guy, right? You don't need another weak ass hot taker up here, man. You don't need that. You need someone that actually can break the game down. So I got to get back on that path before I play y'all. Jeff, are you confident that Minaya is the pitcher we saw this year or a lucky year? I don't know. I believe that what I saw was real. Those last 3 months that he pitched, he was amazing. And you can see the mechanics were different. Now, do those mechanics lead to injury? Do those mechanical changes lead to injury? We'll see. But I think if that guy's your 3rd or 4th starter, that's a good 3rd or 4th starter. And he's a lefty. So that's all I'm saying. We'll see how it goes, though. He fixed his whole windup, man. He looks good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I just wonder, does that lead to injury? But as far as he goes, that guy's, like I said, strengthens and deepens your rotation for sure. So what does your context tell you about Roki? I talked about that earlier. Basically, that he's very interested in playing in the majors right now. That he's very intrigued by playing for the Dodgers with Yamamoto and Ohtani, and both of them in the rotation. They're going to Japan next year. He's very, very interested in it. This does not mean that he's not playing hardball with his current team either. So have to wait and see on that. I just kind of started, trying to gather more intel on that. But initially, everything I've heard is everyone believes that he will be a Dodger if he posts soon. Like if he posts, everyone believes it'll be the Dodgers. Whether that happens, we'll see. I don't have any concrete, like he's coming here. That's not what I'm saying. There's a lot of people who believe that to be the case. But as of right now, I'm nowhere near where I was with Yamamoto. Like nowhere near on that yet. I did go to the parade, man. Had a great time at the parade. Check it out on my TikTok at EmpireJeffTV, as well as my IG at EmpireJeffTV. Had a great time at the parade. Loved it. It was incredible, amazing. I'm still buzzing from it. Incredible, y'all. I'm still at a loss for words of how great it's been the last week. Yeah, Flaherty seemed gassed at the end. We can't have that next year after tons of pitchers we don't this year. Yeah, facts. If he gets posted, he's a Dodger. I believe so. I believe that to be true. But I don't have any hard proof on that. I don't have like last year. Like I would have bet anyone a G. Like bet me $1,000 Yamamoto's coming to the Dodgers because he is. Like I was dead. I had multiple bets on Ohtani. Multiple. I had bets on Ohtani. I had bets on Glasnow, and I had bets on Teoscar. I had all of them. I had all of them. Yamamoto, I was telling people, like I was telling Yankee fans, bet me right now because we got him. He's ours. He is ours. I did a video saying the Yankees were getting nervous, that the Yankees were worried. Go back and check my work. It's there. We'll be doing Lakers content soon. Yeah, very, very this week. We will. Like I said, it's not like the game doesn't go on without me, right? There's plenty of great people out there doing it. People probably don't even miss me in that space right now. I've been doing baseball for so long. But there's a lot of great people that do it. But I'll be back to add my own little style, own little flavor to it, right? So appreciate y'all though. Feels like early 2000 did for the Lakers. The 2020 Dodgers feels like it has similar potential. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is we and Joe talked about that, how we feel like it's kind of back to being like the Kobe and Shaq Lakers right now. And for those who missed out on that, and that was a lot of people that come here on a nightly basis, that was a hell of a run. And the Dodgers about to go on a run like that. Dodgers have to be the first team in a while to win without a left-handed starter. Yeah, man. Dodgers are the first team to win a long time that didn't have an ERA in the top half of the playoff teams. Yep. They were 9th out of the 12 teams. Yeah, but when you look at our bullpen ERA for our high leverage guys, and we were nails. Let's see. Oh man, imagine if they signed Snell, got Roki for cheap, re-signed Buehler to pitching. Oh man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that?
You're crazy. You're crazy. I like you. You're crazy.
Shout out to Will Ferrell. Man, that would be nuts. I don't think the world is ready for that. Yamamoto had a 1.72 playoff ERA after his opener versus the Padres. And the only reason the Padres game went crazy because he was tipping his pitches again. We figured it out, worked on it, and got it taken care of. If he gets posted, we will see him go have dinner with Cohen, visit Yankee Stadium, etc., or he will just choose a team. I don't know about him. I don't know because he's not going for a $300 million deal. He's not going for a $200 million deal. He can't get that yet. So I don't think it'll be to that full extent. I went to the parade too. It was great to finally get one. The haters can't use the Mickey Mouse no parade argument no more. No, they can't. There was a bunch of signs with Mickey Mouse. I pointed that on my TikTok as well about a couple of people with the Mickey Mouse signs. It was great, man. Jeff, by any chance, did you see Dave Roberts on Mookie's podcast? He spoke on his priorities for next year. I have it marked for me to watch tomorrow. I did not get to see it today. Today I was really busy today. Got home, watched some basketball, and pulled up here to talk with you guys. But it's on my watch later list. I will be checking it out tomorrow for sure. I heard it was great though. Thank you all for supporting Jeff. You are the best. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you. Snell over Burns. I think Snell is more attainable than Burns. So yes, I would say that. I wouldn't want to chase Burns for too long and lose out on Snell. I think Burns more than likely stays with the Orioles, but we'll see. I didn't go to the parade after the stadium. Event tickets sold out, but it was a joy to watch it on Sportsnet LA. Yeah, you know what? The stadium looked dope. And I was kind of disappointed that I was busy at the time when those tickets became available. I didn't have time to get them. However, I went to the stadium enough this year. Like I told you, like 30 regular season games, playoff games. I went to the stadium a lot. I really wanted to be in the street. Never went to a baseball parade. Been to the stadium tons of times. And I know I've never been to a stadium for a championship celebration, but I had the opening day celebration. I was there for that. I really wanted to be in the street for the parade. Really, really wanted to be, and I'm glad that I went there. Let's see. But I'll be there for the home opener against Detroit next year. I'll be there too. I go to pretty much every home opener, so I will definitely be there as well. Let's see here. No way Roki chooses the old man Darvish. He will ditch him in retirement over Golden Boy Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Japan's teams, World Series champs. Yeah. Now, if he posts, he's going to be a Dodger, man. What's your favorite drink? Bud Light or Modelo? Depends what I'm doing. If I'm chilling, sitting around, if it's a weeknight and I'm going to have, 5, 6, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. If I'm going to, go heavy on a weeknight, on a school night, right? I'm going to probably go Bud Light. But anything, not always. Sometimes I'll still do Modelo. But depends. If I'm chilling, not looking to really get like that, then probably Bud Light. But if it's like one of those, I'm out there, I'm planning on doing this thing till 2, 3 in the morning, it's Modelo, man. It's Modelo. It's a better beer. Padres won't have the money to offer. Nope. Mookie has one more World Series 3 than the Philadelphia Phillies. That's crazy, man. I said Modelo there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll drink Bud Light. Like if I'm in the pool and I'm chilling and I'm going to be drinking for like 10 hours, if it's Sunday and if it's NFL Sunday and I'm out there doing my thing, Bud Light, I'm going to start it off with that. I'm going to hydrate, with alcoholic water. But after that, but there's no doubt about it. The Modelo's a better beer. There's no doubt about it. But it depends how long I'm drinking for and what day of the week it is. Scalpers ruined the celebration tickets. They were charging $800 for 25. This is crazy. I really do. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, that's craziness. DeAndre Jordan and Doc Rivers still being this league is mind-boggling. We got to meet that opener, Jeff. Yeah, just hit me up, man. I met a lot of people this year, man. I saw people at the parade. People were DMing me. People were messaging me. Ran into a couple of people. It's still surreal to me. There's nothing. I'm not used to being out in public and someone call my name. They're like, "Oh, I watch your show." And it's it's dope, right? Because it's like I look at them like they look at me. I'm just as excited that they listen and watch the show as they, were excited to see the guy who does the show. To me, it's a partnership, right? I met a lot of people at the stadium this year. Talked to a lot of people, been invited to a lot of places. It's been great, man. It's been great. I really enjoy being around baseball families and talking to people and their families who watched forever, and really kind of proving my worth in this baseball space, right? And I'm not one of those content creators that just takes from the people. You know what I mean? I'm down to meet up. I'm down to link. I'm down to watch at a bar. I'm down for all that, man. I don't do these shows and hide in a corner somewhere and act like you guys don't exist as soon as I stop pressing record, right? So I definitely it was a real pleasure. I went to a couple of games this year with people I've met through this channel, right? It's cool. It's great. I have a great time. And I'm one of those that I'd rather be out with the people than just getting something from the people, right? I'd rather be out and helping to grow this community the right way. And it's been real great. So like I said, I met a lot of people, had a lot of people come up to me this year, had a lot of people message me and saying, "Where are you sitting at? Where are you at?" And had people like "We're gonna buy you a beer." They showed up, they handed me the beer. I handed them one because I already got them one on the way. Like I said, it's important to reciprocate. You know what I mean? So it is, it's been great. The amount of, the games I've been able to go to, people I've been able to meet, it's been great. So just like I said, just reach out to me, hit me up. I'm definitely down for that. LA sports team have won 17 titles this century. No other city has more than 13. That's crazy. Hella Cats and Dodger games drink Corona Light with lime. The AC Slater special. Yeah, I don't drink Corona Light with lime at the game. See, like me, it depends, man. It depends what I got going on the next morning. But I'll stop at a bar before the game, have a few beers. I'll get some of those IPAs at the game, and then if I'm gonna be nah, if I'm driving, I'll probably have a couple Michelob Ultras, Bud Light. If I'm driving, right? If I'm a passenger or I'm an Uber, gonna air it out, man. Because LA all day. Yep. I love the people for sure, man. For sure. Let's see, alcoholic water. That's what it is. It's got a little alcohol in the water, man, and it just helps. You can drink that stuff all day and not even get buzzed. Dodgers World Series numbs me from the Lakers' incompetence. Thank goodness the Dodgers. Yeah, I'm so appreciative of them right now because I'm not even tripping on those dudes right now. I'm not tripping on their nonsense. But I'll be back. I'll be back to slay the false narratives and do all the things. But I'm coming for everybody, man. I'm coming. Y'all sold me and told me that it was all Darvin's fault, man. I want my money back. I want my money back because y'all told me, man, just keep this same roster. Keep everything the same. Just get Darvin out and bring in someone else, and we're fine. Tried to tell y'all narrative MFs that wasn't the case. Also, I'll be sure to hit you up next March at that Detroit game for sure. Really, really likes it. 6 NBA finals, 6 MLS Cups, 2 World Series, 2 Stanley Cups, 1 Super Bowl. Man, incredible. But on that note, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Like I said, this is the way too early Dodgers off-season episode. We're gonna have a lot going into, a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff right there. Amen. Darvin struggling about y'all really blaming Darvin for the Bucks. I'm blaming an assistant for wins at an NBA level. This is amazing, bro. It's amazing. You think Darvin on that bench is leading to losses for Milwaukee? They've got Doc Rivers there. Doc is the problem. Look what's Doc's record after they hired him last year. It speaks for itself. Darvin being there is just icing on the cake. But blaming Darvin for Milwaukee struggles is comedy, bro. Crochet would be a better target over Snell. Snell too many walks. I mean, there's a world where they may try to go after both, but we'll see about that. I said from the beginning, Ham wasn't good enough, but that coach couldn't win a title with the Lakers roster. Too many fringe NBA players. He should have never been here to begin with, BC. And that's my point. Should never have been here. When you hire someone who's not up for the job and he doesn't do the job, I don't blame that guy. He should have never been hired. He should have never been hired, right, in the first place. And that's where we are. Let's see. Welcome. Here's to a great offseason. LFG, Andrew Friedman. Absolutely. Hold on. I got the wrong sound pads. There we go. There we go. Still not like Ham was helping. No, I'm not saying that. Like I said, he had to go. He should have gone. He should have went earlier. But for the people to sit back here and people are looking here watching the Bucks games like they're 1-6, acting like that improves our record. We got problems over here. I don't know why anyone's even worried about the Bucks. But that's shut up. Let's see. Ham, the reason why I don't put my hands up. That's funny. You feel Brody and Ham was the same move in different ways? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Both. Absolutely both. And that's not, I'm not talking about you, controversial. I'm just saying in general. Like we need to not worry about the Bucks. We got our own problems over here. Lakers got their own problems over here. Worried about what the Bucks records because they got Darvin and Taurean Prince over there. Like that's nothing to do with us. It's pointless. We just lost to the Detroit Pistons, right? Darvin's not here. Who's the problem, right? But everyone wants to hold on to that. So appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate you. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And Facts Lakers, we're bringing the rules. That's what I was saying, man. Those Lakers, those Los Angeles Timberwolves tramp stamps are coming back to burn people, man. Coming back to burn people, y'all. But yeah, so we'll be talking. I'll be back doing Lakers soon. Love you guys. Love my Laker people. Love my Dodger people. Love all y'all, man. And I'll enjoy the rest of your night. You guys have a good Tuesday. Election Tuesday, man. It's going to be hectic tomorrow, man. No matter who you pick, no matter which side of the fence you're on. I'm one of those guys that believes in, the right to vote. People died for that right. I respect it, so I vote. This is not going to be a fun one. It's like picking between my 2 least favorite foods, right? But if you can and you're able, try to vote, man. It's people died to give us this right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, do what you're going to do. I can't tell you what to do, but it's I just feel like it's something that everyone should take part in. And especially if you're someone who complains about it after the fact, but you don't show up, show up, then you complain all you want. But wifey telling me to go to bed. Me too. So, let's see. Jeff turned my ballot. Just turned my ballot. Good for you. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Talk to you. I may not talk to you guys tomorrow because it is election day, and election day is always history. So I watch. And we'll see what comes of that. Love you too, Search, man. Search, you're the best in the business, brother. Appreciate you as always. Y'all be safe. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy in one way or another, man. So be safe out there, and I'll catch you guys soon. Go Dodgers, go Lakers. Lakers, you pissing us off, man. Get your stuff together. Catch you guys in the next one, man. I'm out of here.